Welcome to this month's energy forecast. We're in co-creation with the Harmonic Council of Presence and the Teachers of Light. I share intuitive insight to support your soul alignment and guide you into your true sovereign path. Last month, we stood at a threshold of a celestial gateway, activating the cosmic memory and remembering of who we are across timelines, retrieving aspects of ourselves that had been fragmented or forgotten. And April now asks, well, what will you do with that remembering? How will you express what you now know about yourself? Because first we remember, then we integrate, and then we express, we become it, and we really start to live it. So this month is really about accessing our unique light language, our soul's language. And when people hear of light language, they often think of, like speaking in tongues or drawing symbols or making sounds. And yeah, that can be one expression of light language. But really, your unique light language is simply how you express your true essence in the world. And, it shows up in the way you create what only you can create, the frequency that you carry when you're aligned, and the gifts that you offer that hold your soul's signature, the path you walk that is unique to you. And so this month really is about refining and allowing your true essence to become clear. Now, I like to think of this as like a universal orchestra where we each carry a note, a tone, or a frequency. And when you play your note, this symphony becomes more coherent, more harmonious. And really, I truly feel that the distortion that we see in the world, tends to come from when we try to mimic what we think we should be and do, rather than really expressing our truth. And so April is really about awakening that's our unique soul language. And so first, what is our soul language then? Well, that is really how our soul communicates through us. And so it can look like how we express creatively in the world, maybe how we think, how you solve problems, or how you innovate. And really, it's just your natural presence, your beingness, and your energy that you express. And then secondly, it's your soul's calling. And this is the path that you alone are here to walk, your contribution that you're here to make, and then bringing all of those multidimensional selves into this one lifetime. And so the two of these are not separate. Your soul language really is your calling. And it's not something that we can just figure out through the mind. It really is access through the heart. And so when you drop from the thinking mind into the heart space, you begin to hear your soul more clearly. You feel what is true for you. You sense what is yours and what is not. The heart really knows, the heart remembers. And so if you feel called to explore this more deeply, then I've created a guided journey within my transmissions library, and it's called The Sanctuary of the Pink Diamond. And it helps you really get into this heart space, into the heart sanctuary, and really that heart-centered connection. So if you're interested in that, I'll drop the link below. But really, what the light language is about is expressing your truth authentically. And when we do that, we become this vessel for something greater than ourselves. Your very presence becomes supportive to others because, when you live in your truth, it's naturally stabilizing. And so your unique expression really becomes our medicine, not just for ourselves, but for everyone else. And so I would say there are a couple of invitations for this month. And the first one really is to allow our heart to open and trust our path, even if we can't really see all the steps. And that means letting go of the need to control the outcome. And then also following those sparks of inspiration, create what only you can create and really move away from trying to replicate other people's like templates and formulas. And I feel like this one is really key, especially maybe if you're an entrepreneur, because we often look to others models to repeat and replicate because we believe that that is the way we do things. Okay, and I very much did that in my early days too. And what I discovered was, well, it worked for them, but it didn't seem to work for me. And I would just get frustrated, why is it not working for me? And I would make it about me that, there was something wrong or I needed to do it better or keep trying harder. And actually, what I started to recognize is because I was being asked to create from my own originality. And so that's really where we're being guided to move this month, is to really start to tap in to what is our original way of expressing and sharing our gifts in the world. And then the other one is really moving out of the mind and really I'd say going beyond what feels like realistic and really just allowing life to move through us, allowing life to flow. And so those are the key themes that I feel are coming through this month. So let's bring through a creation code for April that's going to support us in holding our frequency and really accessing that light language, our unique language of the soul, so that we can really start to really express that authentically in the world. So if you'd like to join me, I like to place my hands on my heart, close my eyes. And we're just going to start by taking a few long, deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, deep into the belly, and exhaling out of the mouth. And just take a couple of breaths here, noticing that with each breath, you feel more relaxed in your chair, you feel more present in this space, and you're more open to receiving. And so then I want you to imagine this golden liquid light coming from above your head, pouring into the crown chakra, and this golden liquid light pouring in through the mind, through the brain, through the head, down through the throat chakra into the heart space. So just imagine this like honey maybe trickling from the mind down into the heart space. And just keep breathing here. And then on the next exhale, imagine we're dropping that breath down through the body, down to the earth, where we anchor it in Mother Earth. And you might even say hello to our Mother Earth. And imagine that she's giving us a hello back and she's sending her loving energy up through our feet, up our legs, into our belly, and then up into the heart space again. Remember our mother is always supporting us. She's always there giving us her love and guidance. And really, we want to be anchored and supported and grounded on Mother Earth so that we can receive. It's much more challenging to create what we want when we're not grounded. So that's really important practice. And then on the next exhale, imagine you're bringing this golden liquid light round and to create a golden sphere of light all around you now. And this is your space. You are the center of this sphere, the center of your universe. And we'll just breathe here, a couple of breaths. Good. And then if you'd like to gently roll your eyes upwards, just to feel like a slight tension behind the eyes. And this is the center of the head. And this is where the pineal gland sits. And the pineal gland is where we receive our divine guidance, the divine intelligence coming through from the cosmos. And so this is where we're going to receive the code of creation. And the universe is mathematical, so it also helps us get out of our own way when we receive in pattern or numerical code, because it helps us anchor it in the body without our mind trying to interfere, should we say. Okay, so just gently raising your eyes, and we're calling our guides and angels to surround and protect, guide and direct us as we bring through the creation code for the month of April. And so the code coming through is 3, 7, 1, 8, 9, 1. Okay, so just imagine you're seeing this as a sequence of numbers, a numerical code coming into the pineal gland. And it's activating the DNA, activating our dormant gifts and abilities. And so we're just imagining now that it's activating the electrons and the hydrogen atoms, and we're watching them spin as they send this code to all of the DNA in every cell of the body. And just take a few breaths here. And you might like to imagine it flowing down the body, whatever feels good for you. Just imagining that we're activating each of our cells with this code of creation. Good. And then when it feels complete, you can come back to the room. And as always, I'll watch the video back and pop the translation of what I feel the code is offering us for the month. Okay, so I'll leave you with some questions to sit with this month in order to express your language of light. So, what feels like your unique way of expressing or creating that doesn't quite fit with what others are doing? And then maybe think about, well, how has your soul actually really been trying to communicate through you, but you maybe haven't paused to receive it or haven't allowed it to fully come through? Because your language of light is already within you. And so this month is not really about finding it, it's really about allowing it to begin to move through you. And so I invite you to really enjoy the process this month. I feel like this month is, we're coming into spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. And I feel like this month is really about getting lighter. There's more light coming now onto the planet, and we will also feel a lot lighter. So wishing you a good month ahead, and I will see you next month for the energy forecast.